Welcome to Gregor's Lab. Sorry I haven't been posting a lot here lately. Just been kind of really haven't been in the mood to do it, but gonna try to start getting back into that. So today I'm kind of going over something that I've been throwing around in my head for a while, and that's 3D printed speakers. Not necessarily in the speaker component itself, but in the speaker housing. This is one that I've came up with here recently. It's kind of an early prototype, and don't take this as me being a speaker expert or anybody like that. I just try to pretend to be one on the internet, but I'm really not. But I've always been a fan of home theater setups, and that's kind of one of my early entries into tech stuff was setting up like surround sounds and playing around with the audio. But I've always been into computer side of things too. But what's inspired me to do this is some channels such as Hexibase and Thomas Sandland. I can't say his last name, unfortunately. Doing a 3D printed speaker, and I'll post links to theirs, and as well as SoundB Labs. They're great channel. Hexibase and SoundB Labs are great channels for DIY speakers and subwoofers. I really like what SoundB Labs does. But it's all woodworking stuff, and while I do love woodworking, this channel is kind of about 3D printing, but I'm going to do a woodworking with a few extra steps, because I do eventually plan on printing this in wood PLA, because I found some techniques through Ray's 3Ds, I think it's Ray's 3Ds slicer, where you can overlay grayscale images to do a texture. Now, this one is just using Cura's fuzzy texture. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, and I'll have time lapses set up at the end of the video. But I do plan on working on this a little bit more. Nothing's hooked up yet. These were salvaged from an old Logitech X530 speaker set that a majority of it disappeared while I was in college, and I do plan on installing a passive radiator here on the back and some speaker posts to ideally probably have this be a rear channel speaker for a home surround sound. Just something small and easy to place throughout the living room, because I don't really have a good shaped living room for a home theater. So stay tuned for future videos of this project going along, and see you next time.